Hi guys, Jenny with On Fire Fit, and today I am doing a request. I have Bourree ballet students who come to me to learn ballet but to get exercise at the same time. And one of the students said that she has trouble finding videos of the ballet steps from the back where you can actually follow along. And I totally know what she means, because when you face the person, it's harder to tell what they're doing. It's easier just to mimic them from behind. So I said, I'm going to work on some videos for you of some of the steps that we've been doing. And I'm sure that there might be some other people out there that, need the same kind of thing. So this is my putting together of some steps. If you like this kind of thing, I would love to hear from you, and I will make more videos like it. If you do like it, it helps me out if you subscribe and like and comment and that kind of thing. But if you just follow along with me and do some of these along with me, I just want you to know that we all are on a spectrum of learning. So I am not a ballerina by trade. I grew up doing ballet from when I was 3 years old. And I've always kept it recreational, but I had really good teachers and went to really reputable studios, and my teachers taught very well. But you may have even more fine tuning that you can do. So this is just my attempt at what I can do. I have had some people say that it looks like I turn over on my foot because I have a really high arch on the side of my foot. So that almost makes it look like I'm rolling over, but it's just because my arch is really high on that side. So you want to keep your feet planted on the floor. All the toes are even weight, and that you're not rolling more onto the big toe. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, get yourself placed in first position. I'm holding onto a chair. First position is heels together and toes apart. You're going to start with a tendu, and I'm adding a little plie to get some muscle burn in that thigh. You're going to slide that foot forward, and you want to lead with the heel. So I always tell my students the toe does win the race, but the heel is trying. So you let that heel lead. And now we're going to take it to the side here, and then we will take it to the back. And let's turn it around to the other side, and continuing with that same thing, tendu devant, which is to the front, and then we will take it à la seconde, which is to the side. And when you go to the side, you don't go directly to your side. It's an extension out from your first position. So it's going to be a little bit forward for you. Okay, so when we take it to the back, sorry, my foot gets cut off back there. I have patio doors that are right back there, and so I can't go too far back with the camera, but you get the idea. So you just lead with the toes on this one, pulling back, and we repeat to the side. Get ready for Passe Bourree. Now this one, I'm going to tell it to you in a couple different ways. We call this back, side, front, back, side, front, or we can say up, up, down, up, up, down. And this one, you need to transfer that weight completely on each of those steps. So you notice right, left, right, my weight transfers completely. If you don't, you're gonna get confused and you're gonna kind of trip on your feet. So transfer weight is important. So let's just repeat that again because repetition is everything. And pas de bourree is a very common step that we do in ballet, and it may not be tricky to those of you that already know ballet, but let me tell you, if you are new to ballet, there's something about just transferring that weight that really throws people off. So you do want to try to point your toe right there and try to have that good form, but just get used to that movement. Now let's do a basic balancé. So as you step out, you put the other foot behind and you push up and step down. I call this the elevator step when I'm teaching little kids. So you step over, push yourself up the elevator and come back down. And each time you are trying to point that toe, but I would say just get used to this movement. Again, it's a transfer of weight, so make sure as you step, you transfer completely to that back foot before you step back onto the front foot. And this one is also very common in ballet. Now I'm going to do releve passe. You can see I'm holding on to the table. You can hold on to a chair. So you're going to slide that toe up your leg, and I go up on releve on the other leg. You don't have to do that part, but it is going to give you a really good burn through your leg in a good way. And you want to avoid the heel touching the leg. It's the toe that slides up to the knee and then it slides back down like it's making an imaginary line. So if you're doing ballet to tone up your legs, this is a great one to do. And I'm landing in 5th position, which is just toe to heel. Now let's try it on the left-hand side. And so the other thing you want to try to do is avoid the hip popping up. So use your belly, use those abs to hold that hip in place so that it doesn't get hiked up every time you lift that foot off the ground. So that's really important too. And that's also why ballerinas have great abs, even though they probably aren't doing a whole lot of crunches. They have to really engage their core while they're doing all of these steps. Okay, thanks so much for being here with me. I would love to hear from you. Do you have any specific type of steps that you would like to learn or certain techniques that are complicated to you? Please give me a comment. And if you like this kind of video, I would love to hear from you and subscribe. And it just helps out my channel. So I hope that you just go out and live that on fire life.